I don't have a lot of confidence right now in this. At least it's moving. Well, hi friends, I'm Brian Cosby, this is Provide and Protect, and today we're taking a look at this manual well pump and why would you want to have a secondary source of water? So let's get into it. All right, so you can see it needs some TLC. So this particular well pump, you can see it there. Looks like it's Baker MFG Company, Evansville, Wisconsin. I guess where this was cast. It's pretty solid cast iron. And the idea, of course, is you have this big lever, and that is what you push down on. It is not easy. I'll show you that in just a second. We're going to test this and see how much work we need to do to get this operational. Just so you're wondering, this little hydrant, this kind of freeze-proof hydrant over here, we have this going through this pretty heavy-duty hose. It's all the way open because we want water in the kind of spring, summer, fall, and we close this off during the winter and we let it drain out. But this hose is going all the way under to our garden way over there, and there is a spigot in there, and so that is where that is going. So if you're wondering what that is, that's that. But today, this is our focus. It is this manual well pump. I'm going to get on this thing, see how it operates. All right. I don't have a lot of confidence right now in this. At least it's moving. I can hear some squeaky. Usually it takes about that many. The water is starting to come out. There we go. That's still working. This will give you a workout. Okay, good. So about 10 years ago, we built our house, and when we did, we had this well dug. It's about 400 feet deep right here. We live on top of a mountain, so we had to dig down pretty far to hit water. And there's no local, I mean, we live out in the country, so there wasn't any local water from a city or a town coming out here. So we had the well dug and a well pump put in with electricity, and it's an electric well pump, and it pumps it to the house. However, at the same time, we purchased this manual well pump because I was thinking, what if I can't get water? What if, there's no electricity? We have a home generator, but what if for some reason that's not working and I just need water? And, water is one of the most basic things that we all need. I mean, after shelter, it may be the most important resource that we can have. And so I wanted to make sure, as a provider protector, I want to make sure that I can provide water for my family. If everything else, I can't get water from any other source, then I can at least pump the water myself. And this is how they used to do it for a long time, having a manual pump like this. Now, this is a heavy-duty cast iron well pump, and it's not cheap. I think it was several $1,000s to get this put in. But for me, it was that important to make sure that my family had water. It seems in the news today that there's all kinds of problems with certain places about water quality. And whether it's Flint, Michigan, or Jackson, Mississippi, more recently, or other places where something happens and people just don't have water. Even when Hurricane Katrina came through and there's a need for water in New Orleans. And so, to think, okay, if I had to, where would I go get water? And a lot of us wouldn't know where to go or how to do that. And so to have something like this as a backup. Now, there are other ways to get water that you can use as a backup. A lot of you guys probably do some kind of rain catchment system or barrels off gutters or something like that, and you have a filtration system. But at least think about, how can I get water if I don't have my normal water source, whether that's from the city or from a well like this with electricity. But over time, if you don't use it, and we don't really use it that often, it's just kind of backup. And when you don't use it, it starts getting corroded and looks like we need to do some maintenance on it today. So I just got some of this WD-40. This is the silicone, and it says it waterproofs, protects against rust, multi-surface. So we're going to just spray a little bit of this on here. I'm not going to repaint it quite yet. I can tell that some of the paint is chipping a little bit up here, but it is working, and I'm actually kind of happy about that. Like I said, it's a couple times a year that I come in, I just pump it and try to get some water out, make sure it is working. We're going to spray just a little bit of this on here and get it cleaned up a little bit. Get all the moving pieces here. Make sure all that's good to go. Just cleaned it up, and it's looking a little bit better. It was in kind of rough shape, and that's why a couple times a year I will at least come out here and start, pushing on this thing. And it's not easy to do. It takes a little bit of heft, a little bit of weight to get this down, back up and down. But I try to do it a couple times a year, get some water out of it, and I'm just grateful to have this as a backup. When sometimes, if we can't get water or electricity is out. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope it's been helpful for you. If you've not already done so, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate you and your support, and we'll see you on the next video.